Well, while we top off that battery, as you can see, we just unboxed it. Brand new battery, 100 amp hour, and just want to top it off before we get it hooked up to the new system. And that one's going to be going actually up the hill to the second well we have up there, and that's going to be used primarily for Brenda to water the garden. And we got a beautiful day here on the homestead. Finally taking advantage of the little extra power we have now in the long days. We finally got our outdoor kitchen opened up, and normally I would be working inside a garage with a workbench, but as you can see, I don't really have one right now. Right now I'm working on a picnic table. There's another little project I just did within the last couple days. I've always wanted to make a picnic table. Threw this together in a couple hours with some leftover 2x6 hemlock that we had from when we poured the forms. But for today, I'm going to be trying to get Brenda a well for her garden. Hi, Brenda. It'd be nice to get this project done. She's been hauling water from the pond down here in the back of the vehicle up the hill to water the garden. A lot of work, time consuming, and we really need to get this knocked out. That's going to be our long-term garden up there anyway, so this will be a good solution for the summer, and eventually hopefully we'll get something a little more permanent. But for today, thanks for joining us. Let's get started on this project. There's Brenda's garden, looking great. She's put a lot of work into it. I know she wanted something a little bigger than that, but for this year we did all right. My job, get water from there over to her garden. And to do that, we've got some of the components already up here. First thing I'm going to have to do is remove this cover. That's what the tractor's for, obviously. I was up yesterday bringing everything up, and we got our solar panel, we got our water pump. Of course, this is going to stay outside. I'm not going to be putting that inside the box. This is the water line that's going to go down inside the well. This is the one we used last year, actually. And in here we've got a brand new inverter to run the pump, and my controller over there. And in the back of the truck, we've got our 100 amp hour battery. And I'm hoping that it will be enough to run that water pump. From what I looked up online, the water pump can draw up to, I think it's around 1500 watts when it initially kicks on. So I needed something that could handle that. I don't know how much power it's going to consume. It says it kind of goes down from there to a couple hundred watts. So depending on how much we run the pump and how much sun there is and how much we can collect and store, obviously all the math part of that is going to depend on whether or not we're going to have enough up here. But it's a start, gets us something, and it'll help Brenda, I know, in the long run. So be good. All right, so I guess I'm going to start with getting my power set up. And then I'll go to get my water line in the well, and we'll get the pump hooked up. Then I'll just have to plug it in, try it out. This is a brand new battery we just picked up, haven't tried it yet. All right, what we got here. All right, so one of the first things I need in this box is ventilation. I'm going to make some holes here up under the top, which will keep it out of the weather. Of course, it'll be under the solar panel anyway, but, and then I'll put screen over it just to make sure bugs don't get in. That should work fine right there. Little ventilation. I'll put 3 more over here. All right, a little piece of screen. I'm going to tape that on there. I'm going to put it on both sides just to get its double security. All right, so I just drilled a few holes. Not the prettiest holes. The plastic didn't really cut too well, but they're holes, they're vented. That's all I was concerned with. This is, as I said, similar setup to what we have down at the farm stand. And although it's a much smaller inverter, actually there's no inverter because it's DC. but this does require some ventilation and cooling. It has built-in fans on the end over here. Now I'm just going to go ahead and get everything hooked up. All right, so as I was saying, we got this 2000 watt inverter, 4000 watt peak, which the water pump should fit well within those specifications. 100 amp hour battery. Hopefully it's enough. We'll see how it does. Small controller here. You can see I don't have anything coming in yet on the solar panel. I haven't hooked it up yet. And then this inverter's got a controller on it, which is kind of interesting, and I will take a look at it a little closer here in a bit. I'm not familiar with these. So we'll go ahead and plug in our solar panel. It's a 200 watt Renogy solar panel and fits within the voltage of the unit here. So we should be all set. I'm just going to slide this up a little more. All right, here we go. Hopefully nothing starts to smoke. Okay, and it's charging. All right, everything's going good. We got the blinking light for the solar panel telling us it's charging. I don't know if you can see that, but it says 13.3 volts. The battery is fully charged anyway to start. I got my extension cord temporarily set. I don't have it plugged in yet, but that looks good. Seems to be working well. And there is an app for the battery that I can log into and check and see how it's doing. But for now, I need to get this well cover off so that I can get my line inside, and then we'll set up the pump on the outside. I'll get started on that. I got a little bit of work to do on that. What I've opted for here is, instead of drilling a hole into this casing side, I'm going to go in between the cover and the well casing. There's already kind of a crack anyway, and it wouldn't take much more to get a 1/4 inch hose through. And if it doesn't work out, I can always fill it back in. But I think it'll be fine. We'll just go ahead and finish drilling this out. Okay, that'll work there. Okay, this well's not very deep, so I gotta be careful how deep I put my foot valve. Looks like about 4 feet 6 inches. Okay, that went pretty well. Got it right on. No problem, no jamming. That worked out great. And we'll put some putty around here to seal that up so nothing gets in. But I have to put an adapter on here, and then we can try this out. It's our water pump, and I got a little cover made for it. It's going to stay out in the weather. I'll keep an eye on it, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, and connection to the water line. Off, on. Okay. All right, well, here's the moment of truth. If this extension cord works, which it should. As soon as I plug this in, because this is a pressure pump, which means it's going to fill up. I've got a garden hose on here. This isn't the best handle. We got better ones than this. Well, I'll tell you, the butterflies are out, the dragonflies are out, the horseflies are out, the houseflies are out, the mosquitoes are out, the black flies are out. Right now I got a black fly, a horsefly. All right, here we go. I got it plugged in. That's pretty. There it goes. I can feel it filling up. Yep. There you go. You got water. Woohoo! Oh, that's awesome. All right, that works great. I seem to have plenty of power in the box over here in the battery. Actually, it almost seems to be overcharging a little bit. So I'm going to have to read up a little bit and see exactly what's going on. I get an alarm occasionally from the inverter or the battery. I'm not sure which, but either way, it seems to be working fine. The voltage is good. Everything's stable. So I'm pretty happy about that. We can finish this off with a little doghouse eventually and get everything out of the weather. Of course, this won't be here all winter anyway. This is just for our garden up here. But this definitely gives us great water source for our garden and any future garden that we want to put up here. Plenty of water up here. This is actually a pretty wet area on the property, so I'm not too worried or concerned with the amount of water. We'll see how it goes. We'll keep an eye on it. But glad to get that project done. I've got another one I got to take care of now. For the greenhouse, I got to go set up some kind of water system for that. It's not going to be a well like this, but I got to have water down there. So that'll be my next project, my next video. Thanks for joining me today. Glad to get this project out of the way for Brenda so that she doesn't have to carry water from the bottom of the property over there down in the pond. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.
I'll keep praying to heaven and fighting like hell.